maybe you consider just making a smaller move. You trade a guy like a Channing Frye.
Okay.
Who's
I don't
available.
count that, but yeah.
But that's still a trade. If they're going to make a deal, they need to get a veteran who can come in. Maybe he doesn't make the impact right away this season because I still don't think they're a playoff team. They're improved. I didn't think they were a playoff team from the beginning of the season because overall I thought the Eastern Conference was improved. I thought that they would finish last in their division. I thought the Hornets were probably a playoff team this year, which
they might end up being actually.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on their way up.
Yeah, but go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead. No, let's finish.
The Magic need a veteran. They tried Channing Frye. He's too goofy.
He's not really. Yeah, he's not that guy that's going to take control of a locker room.
Myself, and Philip Rossman-Reich, who's the editor at Orlando Magic Daily, were talking the other night. The Magic need somebody who will come in after a loss and flip a table or hold somebody up by the throat after you get beat by 20.
Well, we know Blake Griffin will hold you by the throat or give you a couple punches. We do know that.
I mean,
they need a guy like a David West. They need somebody to come in and hold guys accountable.
And that's the you mentioned Blake Griffin. That's one reason I don't think he is the right trade. If you're going to bring in a guy, don't bring in Blake Griffin because he's not that guy.
The Clippers aren't trading Blake Griffin.
Well, first off, I doubt it. I don't think they will either. But I think they'll.
You're wrong.
Well, I think they'll shop him. I think they'll listen.
They'll listen.
They're going to listen.
But okay.
But I don't think they'll move him.
They'll move in the summertime.
If you're the Clippers, are you taking? You're taking two of Aaron Gordon, Mario Hezonja, and Victor Oladipo, Channing Frye. So you get two of the first three.
I mean, you're going to get a bunch of stuff.
So say you take Aaron Gordon and Oladipo, you take Channing Frye's contract, and then a pick or two. Is that better?
Too much. No.
Is that better than what Boston can offer?
No, and that's we have a gentleman in the restaurant here that's been yelling at us about Tobias Harris, and I think that's more likely of a move is Tobias Harris. I mean, you move him, and as he pointed out, which was a great point, Boston was very interested in Tobias Harris before the season started, threw a nice figure salary at him. Reportedly, right. Mm-hmm. However, with that said, there's got to be some interest there still, I would imagine. So maybe you start calling them. And this is why I say this, because again, I'm not that guy. I don't really want the Magic to make it to the playoffs this year. You can boo me, you can hate me. I don't care. I don't want them to make the playoffs. I don't think they're a playoff team. So if they make the playoffs, it's really just fool's gold. I don't want fool's gold. I would rather be bad, get better picks, and do something with the picks. So for me, I would actually rather trade Tobias Harris, get a little worse this season, pick up a couple picks. A couple years down the road, you have a contender. So that's my thing.
But at some point, they have to take the step forward and stop collecting assets.
Yeah, eventually you do. You're right.
Well, or stop taking duplicate assets.
Duplicate assets is the big thing.
That too. But and this is something that I've had discussions with other people about. Be it before the deadline next Thursday or be it this summer, it's time for the Magic to cash in some chips somewhere.
Agreed.
Depending on it's got to be a worthwhile decision, and I think that's another thing the Magic have done poorly in the past. We'll call it 5 to 10 years. That I don't like all of the trades that they've made.
Okay,
I mean, some of their trades have really been disastrous and set the franchise back.
Well, okay,
so.
I already know what trade you're talking about. You're talking about Otis Smith's panic trades in 2010 when
Absolutely.
he traded for Vince Carter. He traded for Hito Turner.
That's when it really just.
That's when it all went away.
And then Rashard Lewis for Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
If you want to talk about that, sure. But with the new management group, they've had a couple of misguided moves. Channing Frye hasn't panned out.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Channing
not
Frye for Ryan Anderson essentially because
I'm not going to condemn them for that one. That was not terrible.
They weren't going to pay Ryan Anderson at that time.
And right. but ironically, Anderson takes the same money Channing Frye does to go to New Orleans. The money's exactly the same. Zach, here's a question for you. Another guy we talk about who has been missing or different things that a guy brought in the offseason is C.J. Watson. What's going on with C.J. Watson?
In the preseason, he looked great. Early in the year.
But the milk carton's been out.
Yeah, CJ was playing. His shot wasn't falling, but he was playing well.
He was.
But he suffered a calf injury that's just been nagging.
So that's the thing. It's completely injury related.
Yeah, it's completely injury related. Okay. About mid-December, he was getting close. He was starting to practice with the team. He suffered a setback.
Okay.
but recently he started ramping up his activity. I've seen him out with the team shooting before the game. He's gone through practices and shoot-arounds. I would guess that he's probably back next Friday after the All-Star break.
Now, do you see him coming in and immediately playing 20 minutes a game?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll see Shabazz Napier go.
Shabazz Napier shouldn't be playing.
He's played
Shabazz Napier is not an NBA player.
All right.
Paul,
what's your definition of all right? That's the question.
He's been playing pretty good.
On 2K?
I don't
Are you the guy that tweeted at me after the Boston game?
No,
saying that Shabazz
I'm not
Napier?
that high on him. No.
Okay.
But I think for what he's been thrust into, I think he's played some pretty good minutes.
He's given him okay minutes in a few games, but he comes in. He can't run an offense.
No, he's
an undersized 2-guard.
Mm-hmm. Kemba Walker light.
Yeah.
He's a poor man's Kemba Walker.
He's like Austin Rivers almost, but Rivers has found a niche.
Is he a poor man's Austin Rivers? Can you say that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can say that, but then you're talking about borderline NBA player, which, I mean, that's
here's
probably
a serious question.
Anyway.
A guy that's been up and down, good game 1 minute, next minute bad. Everett Payton.
Yeah.
At this point, Jeff Teague is on the board. Mike Conley is a free agent. At this point, is Everett Payton the guy for the Magic? Because at times, Zach, you've seen it before. It's up and down. It's not consistent. And he hasn't turned the corner, in this year. We expected a lot from Everett this year. I know I did. What do you think about Everett in going forward?
I mean, I think some of it has been the injuries that he's gone through. For the first time in his career, he's actually been injured. He missed games for the first time since he's been playing, real organized basketball since high school. So, I think that's part of it. But, the offense that Scott Skiles is running, he's still only in his second year. You don't expect guys to come in their first or second years and be complete world beaters unless they're a guy like a Ben Simmons next year, which everyone's going to be expecting to come in.
Right, Karl Anthony Towns
this year. Even Kristaps Porzingis has come in and played exceptionally
really well. Yeah.
Young guys have periods of inconsistent play. That's just how it is.
Now,
some of it, admittedly, with Alfred, I think his effort has been an issue at times this season.
This has been my thing with him. All right, yes, you're right. You expect some inconsistent play. You expect some up and down games. My thing, he's not playing defense with his feet anymore. Everything is hands for him.
His defense has taken
everything is
big step back.
Everything is reaching, trying to get a steal. He's getting blown by. I mean, I don't know, 3 out of 5 plays.
Yeah,
he's got to get back to playing good defense. Which when his rookie year, I thought he played really good defense, especially for a guy coming out of college. They usually have an adjustment period. I thought he played really good defense last year for a rookie.
Yeah, and
it's taken a step back now. Does that? I don't think that has anything to do with the injury, obviously. So, what are we seeing from him this year? Is it partly Skiles? I mean, I don't
know if it's partly Skiles. I think it's an effort thing too.
Just effort.
I think that's a lot of it, to be completely honest.
So, then if that's the case, Danny brings up a good point. If you have point guards on the board right now,
Jeff Teague. And not to mention, Jeff Teague's contract is very, very affordable. $8 million a year.
Absolutely, yeah.
For a point guard who was in the All-Star game last year.
Yeah, but
yes, Paul, he is an All-Star. You can't take it away from that. Jamal McGlory is an All-Star. So is Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague was an All-Star the season before that too, wasn't he?
I think he's been in the All-Star team once.
No, last year was the first year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think last year was the first year.
I thought he was his All-Star.
So, Zach, 10 seconds. Does Mario Hezonja improve even more off the good play he's had over the last month?
I agree.
He's getting it defensively. That's the big thing.
He's
playable defensively now.
I tell you what, there's not a much. I don't know if there's a more confident rookie with the ball in their hands.
Is their guy going forward?
Well, we're going to take a break here. 407-482-3776. Now, everybody, Magic fans, you heard what Zach has to say. We want to hear what you have to say as well, too. We'll also get back. We're going to talk about who is going to win the Saturday and Sunday contest, the All-Star game, so on and so forth. This is NBA Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC, live here at the Cajun Hotspot, 7365 West Colonial Drive. We'll be right back after this break.
Are you looking for a fun place to eat great seafood and watch live sports? Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar offers boiled crawfish, live lobster, shrimp, crab legs, clams, mussels, oysters, and live blue crab in a house specialty sauce, po' boy sandwiches, and more. You can eat all of that, enjoy one of our specialty drinks from our full bar, and watch the game on one of our 16 TVs. Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar, 7365 West Colonial Drive, on the corner of Colonial and Dorsher Road. Call 407-757-2165 and tell them Full Court Press sent ya.
NBC Sports Radio Update starts now.
Memphis center Marc Johnson, a broken right foot, will be out indefinitely. Now reports are surfacing he could miss the rest of the season. Blake Griffin, a 4-game suspension, 5 games fined. In all, he will lose almost $700,000. All of that money will be donated to charities for disadvantaged youth in Los Angeles. In Chicago, it is a left knee strain, and Jimmy Butler expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. With him out, his teammate Pau Gasol will take over his spot in the All-Star game. Kurt Rambis's first day at the office for the New York Knicks not going so well early on. Wizards leading 29-17, 3 minutes to go in the first. Heat, they are on top of the Spurs 15-10. Also in the first, a Big Ten battle. Number 18 Purdue on top of number 8 Michigan State 56-53, 11 minutes to go in the second. I'm Keith Arizari, and this is NBC Sports Radio.
Sports fans, this is the World Champion Handicapper Jeff Allen from Las Vegas. Tuesday night report, NBA and college action against the spread. NBA 8-1 run, that's 88% winners. And tonight, guaranteed critical information. San Antonio, Miami as a lock. Washington, New York, and Houston, Golden State. 2-team college parlay. That's 5-0 free, and it starts on a recorded message. Call 1-800-244-5506. 8-1 run in the NBA, red hot against the spread. Miami, San Antonio is a lock. College action, you got West Virginia, Kansas, Michigan State, Purdue parlay. 5-0 free, or the season free. You call right now, toll-free message. 1-800-244-5506. You want the winners? I will crush your man tonight for free. NBA Superlock, 5-0 free, ready now on the message phone. 1-800-244-5506. Go to JeffAllenSports.com.
Welcome to Late Night Parents. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education fields. We even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then you can check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. Catch us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's Late Night Parents. The site is latenightparents.com.
Okay, how I'm supposed to love you if you cannot love yourself? Yeah, I know you independent, but you still gonna need some help. I still got love for the ones I lost. I never got a chance to return that call. I've been out of town, I left that summer in the same damn car. I ain't made it that far. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marcellus Javon, head designer for Hoop Culture. I'm kicking it right now with 1080 The Game Sports Talk. Make sure you check out the Hoop Culture flagship store located in Fashion Square Mall, right below the movie theater, for your chance to win free Magic tickets and come kick it with the team. Also, make sure you follow us on IG and Twitter at Hoop Culture and download our free app available for Androids and iPhones.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC, live here at Cajun Hotspot, 7365 West Colonial Drive, on the corner of Colonial and Hiawassee. I'm your host, Danny Thompson, checking in tonight with Marc Johnson, Paul Myers, and Zach Oliver. Normally Mark's here in the studio with us tonight, but he's having some technical difficulties. So Zach is being the sixth man of the year, filling in the role perfectly, guys. And so before we get back...
Wait. Wouldn't I be the fourth man of the year?
We're a three-man weave, and, it's 3-on-3 basketball, so you're the pickup guy. But always, he cleans up better than anybody.